Let's lock in. Shakur Stevenson offers Lamont Roach a title shot if Tank doesn't give him an immediate rematch. Now, Shakur Stevenson took to Twitter, and they call him Shakur Twitterson for a reason. Now, because he's Shakur Twitterson, this tweet should be contractually binding. Now, here's what Shakur wrote. He said, and if Lamont can't get a rematch, I got a big fight for him in a world title shot against me. That's my bro, but we def can make something happen. A strong arm emoji, good-ish, and then he at Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach was asked about this, and here is what Lamont Roach had to say to Shakur Stevenson offering him a title shot in a fight against him if he can't get a rematch with Gervonta Tank Davis. And this video appears courtesy of Fight Hub TV. Subscribe to Fight Hub TV.
Shakur Stevenson said that if you can't get the rematch, he has a championship fight waiting for you. What do you think about that?
That's why I love him. Genuine speaking, man, that's what I want to do. I want to fight the best fights. Like I said, hopefully we can get the rematch. If not, hopefully I can, more than likely we can get in there with Shakur because, we already talked. And it's all about showing who's the best. It's all about good competition. And that's what I'm on. I'm in here trying to prove that I'm the best.
Andres Gomez, Cornerman Boxing.
All right. And you heard what he said. He appreciates Shakur for the offer, and he said they talked about it. And Shakur's been running around saying he knew what was going to happen, and he's been telling Tank to worry about Lamont and kind of predicting that he thought Lamont was going to beat Tank. I stated in a video that I made before the fight about Tank that Lamont Roach is a good fighter. He's high risk, low reward, and a lot of people won't know how good he is till after the Tank fight. That's because I was anticipating Tank winning the fight. Well, scratch that. People know how good he is now. If you're Shakur Stevenson, this is a good time to fight Lamont Roach because if you defeat Lamont Roach when Tank really should have lost to him, that sends a statement. And in my next video, I'm going to discuss whether or not Tank's performance against Lamont Roach means that Shakur Stevenson can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. But that really is for the next video. What this is about is the court of public opinion. If Shakur Stevenson can beat Lamont Roach, that is going to give him the upper hand in the court of public opinion because Tank should have lost to Lamont Roach, was fortunate to get a draw after receiving the A-side treatment. And if Shakur goes and beats Lamont Roach, that gives him one up on Gervonta Tank Davis. And that is what fanboys use. That's the fanboy way to win fantasy fights that have never actually taken place inside the ring. That's how fanboys do it. Because there were people talking about how Jamel Herring beat Lamont Roach, and so and Jamel Herring's not that good to them. So, but Lamont Roach went in there and really should have got the decision over Tank. So, and Shakur outclassed Jamel Herring. We'll get into this, but my point is, if Shakur fights Lamont Roach and he beats Lamont Roach, that gives him the upper hand in the court of public opinion. And that's how fights are won these days. They're not won in the ring anymore. They're won on perception. If the people believe I can beat you, that's all I need. I don't really need to beat you. I need the people to think I can beat you. And as long as the people think I can beat you, then why do I even need to fight you? And that's something Tank's been living off of for a very long time. Because although Tank has some good, decent wins on his resume, he's never defeated the elites in his division. He's never fought the best in his division. And Lamont Roach exposed something about Tank when you fight the best in your division. The best in your division take your best punch and give you one or two back. And Tank struggled with that. Now, in a fight with Shakur, which we'll get into in the next video, that may be a problem. But for this right here, it makes sense for Shakur. And for Lamont Roach, it makes sense because public perception, again, remember the court of public opinion, public perception is that Lamont Roach should have beaten Tank. So now if he goes and he fights Shakur and he beats Shakur, that gives him the upper hand. Because if he goes and he beats Shakur and it's time for a rematch with Tank, he's no longer little Lamont who's grateful for the opportunity. He's more like, I'm the shot caller, bro, or at least 50-50. Because I took out Shakur. The public knows I should have beaten you. And if that fight never happens again, it's not going to hurt my legacy. It'll hurt Tank's legacy. Tank, his image is hurt right now. His aura is hurt. The whole Tank fanboy. The fanboys who are very active on Twitter, anytime someone says anything about Tank, they haven't even posted some of them. I've been looking to see. They haven't posted anything. They hurt right now because they use every little thing to clown people. Imagine if Tank would have went 9 rounds with a mechanic or with an electrician or with this or with that. Imagine this, imagine that. Imagine if Shakur would have drawed with someone who moved up in weight from a lower weight division and took a knee that the referee didn't call a knockdown. Imagine that. How would Shakur be getting ripped this morning? So the Tank fanboys are really, really hurt right now. They really got let down by their guy, Gervonta Tank Davis. And there could be a number of reasons for that. But my point is, this fight makes perfect sense because Shakur gets the guy who the public believes should have beaten Gervonta Tank Davis. And really, at this point, it's not really who the public believes. It's an objective statement. It's just a factual statement. If the knockdown was called the way it should have been called, Lamont Roach beats Gervonta Tank Davis. So now he goes on to fight Shakur. If Shakur beats him, that gives him one up on Gervonta Tank Davis. And similarly, if Lamont Roach goes and he beats Shakur Stevenson, that gives him one up on Gervonta Tank Davis. Because Lamont Roach can say, I really beat you, the world knows it. And I beat the dude who you've been running from and who you've been making every excuse not to fight. I beat him too. Really, I beat the both of you. So that makes me the man. And to be the man, you got to beat the man, right? So this is a good fight. And this is one of the reasons why, if you're Gervonta Tank Davis, you want that immediate rematch and you want to beat Lamont Roach. Because if you don't do it and someone else beats you to it, it's a really bad look for you. But Tank has done it his way. He didn't really care about titles. He was elevated. He's done it his way his entire career. So his way is to fight whoever he wants, and his fanboys are going to come out. He said he doesn't think Lamont Roach is going to be next. We'll probably see Tank versus Pitbull Cruz next. But if he's doing it because he cares, and if he's doing it for any type of respect and legacy, he needs to go with Lamont Roach again. But if he sidesteps Lamont Roach and Shakur Stevenson will be a huge fight, because to me, the winner of that fight one-ups Tank. And Tank can stop acting like he's the biggest thing and he's the best thing and he doesn't need anyone, because last night he needed Steve Willis. Steve Willis saved Gervonta Tank Davis. And that's what happens when you let comedians referee fights. Let me know what you think in the comment section about Shakur offering Lamont Roach a title shot. Do you think Tank is going to change his mind and give Lamont Roach an immediate rematch? Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Again, if I can't get to your comment, it doesn't mean I don't see it. I appreciate it. It also helps spark discussion. The like button helps circulate the video to more people. It helps get the video in the algorithm. So if you like the video and you don't mind, hit the like button. But the view's enough. And if you like listening to the analysis, but you can't watch YouTube videos, please check out the podcast on all major streaming services. I appreciate you rocking with me. It's Caden. I'm out. Peace.